headed over to the gym, and I had a couple of thoughts about test drives and Teslas and everything. So I went to a car dealership yesterday because I'm thinking about getting another electric car. Not specifically a Tesla, but I mean the only one that really kind of makes sense for what I do, self-drive it to the gym. And so I was there and I was test driving the Mercedes, the EQS, which is beautiful on the inside. I mean, it's a Mercedes through and through, luxurious, but it's not fast. When you have, this is a Model Y Performance, which is, I think, the slowest of the performance vehicles for Tesla, which is still pretty damn fast. It's like, it's nice and luxurious, but it's not fun, right? Plus, the Mercedes charging network is, basically the regular public chargers, which is crap. I tried renting a Polestar in Philly and learned that lesson the hard way. It sucks. So that was kind of off the list, which sucked because it was a nice looking car. And it didn't self-drive, which was a huge thing. I mean, you see, I don't drive anywhere. This car drives me everywhere I go. So that was off the list. And I also looked at the Porsche, the Taycan, which was a great looking car, and it's a Porsche, beautiful. Problem was, unless you get the S, it's slow as balls, right? It is expensive and slow. Well, this is a nice little weird turn where you have to keep moving and see if the car can get in and do it the right way. You got it, buddy. You got it. Yeah, absolutely fucking perfect. So the Taycan, unless you buy the S, it's slow. I mean, it's really, really slow. 0 to 60 in like 4.8 seconds. And once you have an electric car and you're used to that acceleration, it's hard to go back. Now, the ride quality is better in the Porsche, yeah. It's quieter, it's beautiful. I'm 6'4", I didn't really fit so well inside of it, whereas in here, I got plenty of room. So that was kind of off the list. I also looked at, what was the other car I looked at? There was electric. Oh, one of the trucks. It was they had a Silverado, which was nice, but I didn't necessarily want a truck. So, I mean, as much as there is competition, there really isn't competition unless you want to be stuck with a subpar charging network, especially if you do any kind of road tripping. Dealing with those, what's that, Dream Charge America, Electrify America chargers. Come on, that sucks. There's long lines, half of them don't work. It's just problematic. Plus, those cars don't drive themselves on the side roads. They drive themselves on the highway. The other car was the Lucid, and the Lucid was the closest I've come, and I'm still kind of on the fence with that. The Lucid is kind of all of those things. It's got the build quality, it's got the acceleration, still a little pricey, but everything is there except for what I'm doing right now. Sitting in the car, letting it drive me to the gym. So, I mean, all those things are nice, but when you really come down to it, you pretty much only have one option. I mean, for someone like me, maybe someone else doesn't care about the self-driving or the charging network. And, if you charge from home, it really doesn't matter that much. But when you do want to venture out and go somewhere for the summer or go visit relatives, that's when it really rears its ugly head, because it's a pain in the ass to charge anything other than a Tesla charger. I mean, it really is. So I guess I am going to get a Model S. It was between the S Plaid and the X Plaid. And then when you start talking about that Plaid tier, there's just nothing like that. Even those Porsches, even the Turbo S Taycan isn't as fast as the Plaid. I mean, that's a whole other tier of car. And if you're looking at prices for EVs, especially Tesla, I mean, those prices have dropped into a very affordable range. Now, you can get a Model S Plaid 2023 for $65 or so. The car's $130,000 to $120,000 when it's new. So, I mean, there's only really one option when it comes to EVs, and the sales show that. I mean, this Model Y is the biggest, highest selling car in the United States. They sold like almost 500,000 of these things this year. I mean, I see why, the price and performance. So, in short, I think I'll have to get another Tesla because, what am I going to do? Once you experience the not having to drive, or you haven't touched a steering wheel once, not having to drive yourself places, it's kind of hard to go back to doing that, you know, every single day. I mean, the car knows it's got to get over. It's going to take me to the gym up here. It'll pull right to the front. I'll tell it to park itself. I'll go work out. I'll summon it to the front. It'll pick me up. I mean, come on. How do you do anything other than that? You know, unless you are, you know, a fan of Mercedes and you just want a Mercedes, then there you go. There's your EV. Unless you just want a Porsche. You love Porsches. You've had a Porsche, excuse me. You kill me in the comments about that shit. You want a Porsche. You like Porsches. Perfect. There's an electric version of it. But I mean, for the price and the technology, nothing remotely compares to the experience you get with a Tesla. You know, like I said, I'm pretty much a workout. Headed to the gym. Car took me from basically my driveway all the way to the gym. It's going to pull in and park. I get out, work out, call it to the front, and I'm back. All of that, you can't really compare. So, those are my thoughts. Comment, subscribe.